It was the fall of 1979. The Lunas were living in their pretty home in Ridge, just a few years old, and preparing for child number 5. The nursery was decorated in multicolors, unsure if they were having a boy or a girl, and the baby was taking its sweet time to grace the world with its presence, like all the siblings who came before. It was the first time Mom had gone through natural childbirth classes, and it was the first time she and Dad were educated and prepared. I, Deborah Marie Luna, was delivered naturally on September 30th, 1979, at Brookhaven Memorial Hospital in Patchogue, New York. And the day I was born, the hospital had no linens or washcloths. I was born in what has now been labeled the swoosh heard round the delivery room. Mom always said it was as if I flew out like a football and the doctor had to catch me. After the doctor was finished playing receiver, he announced, "It's a girl." I was facing Mom square in the face, but she couldn't even see if I was a girl or not. But the doctor kept insisting and displaying me like a prize. Everyone in the delivery room knew Mom had 4 boys, so there was a lot of subsequent shouting and clapping and running in the halls, announcing and celebrating that the woman with 4 boys finally had a girl. Mom and Dad brought me home in pink, a color I would not fully embrace until I was 25 years old. They laid me on the dining room table, as my 4 brothers, all still little boys, ranging between the ages of 3 and 8, stood on the dining room chairs. They leaned over and checked me out. It was as if they'd never seen a baby girl before. Dad stayed home for a few weeks to help take care of me. Mom had come down with some blood clots after the delivery and could not get around very well. Mom would sit in the rocking chair and hold me, and talk to me as she looked outside the upstairs bedroom window at the calming trees in the backyard. Mom's best friend and our neighbor, Ann Beauregard, helped take care of me in those first few weeks as well. And then Rosanna Kish, Mom's other best friend, helped for 2 weeks when Dad had to return to work. Mom was going through a tough time with the clots, but Rosanna never made Mom feel like she was imposing on her in any way. It's amazing that Ann and Rosanna were there the moment I came into the world, and they continued to help Mom and Dad take care of me throughout the years as I grew up. I remember going to Ann's house when Mom asked her to babysit. Ann had a very dark room with a bar and a TV. She would let us watch TV in there. She had a candy jar on the top of the bar that always had gum in it, and she always would let us have some. I also remember Rosanna babysitting me and Vicky, and she would make us hot dogs. And we would play with the other little children she would babysit, and play in her daughter Nancy's room when Nancy would let us. Mom used to say I slept a lot as a baby, and I never made a fuss. To this day, I still love to sleep, and needed to stay on top of things when I'm awake. My favorite memories with Mom as a child were when we used to go food shopping together or clothes shopping. Once in a while, Mom would let me buy a toy, and if I was there alone, I would always make sure Mom would get a toy for Vicky too. Mom taught us how to share. I used to love when Mom would let me stay up late and watch cheesy TV of the week movies with her and Dad. I would snuggle up to my Mom in her bird's nest and fall asleep. Some of my favorite moments growing up were when Mom and Dad would let me sit at the dining room table when they had friends over, and they talked about adult topics like politics. I always enjoyed listening to them talk and feeling like I was old enough to be part of the conversation. We also used to play games a lot like Canasta and Scattergories, or watch TV shows like All My Children. I remember All My Children since the time I was in kindergarten. I would come home from school just in time, and Mom would make me tuna with celery, my favorite, and we would watch it. I didn't really get into All My Children until I was 10 or 11, but it was one of my mom's favorite things, and my interest in it brought us closer together. As I grew older, especially into my late teens, I found that talking with my mother became easier, and I felt I could share almost anything with her. It's not until now as an adult that I recognize how lucky I am that I have a relationship with my mom where we can hug each other and express our love for each other and talk about anything and still value each other's opinions. Not everyone has this kind of relationship with their mom. Growing up as a child, I thought it was cheesy that Mom told the story of our birth every year. Now as an adult, I cherish hearing that story every year and look forward to the day when I can have my own child and shower them with memories of their entrance into this world, the perfect way of saying I wanted you and I love you. So thank you, Mom, for constantly reminding me that you and Dad wanted me and you love me. Thank you for giving me life, sharing your wisdom with me, and teaching me how to love. I'm so proud to call you my mom, and I hope you have an amazing 60th birthday. I love you.